Canada has recently made its immigration and visa rules much stricter, and this is causing serious problem for Indian students. First of all, if you're planning to study in Canada or you're already there, here's what you need to know about these major changes. First of all, Canada has cut down the number of study permits issued by a massive 40% this year. 7,000 study permits are expected to be revoked, meaning that thousands of students may have to leave the country. Canada's Immigration Department, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, we also call it IRCC, has introduced new rules that make it much harder to get and keep a student visa. These changes affect a huge number of students. India alone has 4.27 lakh students in Canada, making up 35 to 40% of all international students in the country. Canada is trying to crack down on illegal migration and misuse of the visas. Their government wants to ensure that only genuine students who can afford to study in Canada are getting the permits now. It also aims to make sure that students return to their home countries after their studies until and unless they qualify for work permit or any permanent residency. Border officials have been given more power to cancel visas if they suspect a student is not following the rules. You know what? Getting a study permit is now really hard with more background checks as well. And also there is going to be financial scrutiny. Officials can cancel study permits if they believe that students won't leave Canada after their studies. Even students with good academic records have lost their study permits. You know what? If a permit is revoked, the student has to leave until and unless they win an appeal, which costs at least 1,500 Canadian dollars, which is approximately 91,000 rupees, and still there is no guarantee of success. Canada has given border officials more power to cancel temporary resident visas, also call it TRVs, study permits and work permits. Even lost, stolen or mistakenly issued visas can now be revoked. Since Indian students are the largest group of international students in Canada, they are facing the most difficulties. Thousands are seeing their permits suddenly revoked, even after paying huge tuition fees. Students may lose their right to work if their visa status is affected, making it very hard to afford living expenses. Adding to this hurdle, post-graduation work opportunities are also at risk if students face a permit cancellation. The cancellation of Student Direct STEM visa program in late 2024 has made it even harder for Indian students to get study permits quickly. Canada has been one of the most popular destinations for Indian students, right? But now these new visa restrictions are making it much harder to study and stay there. With thousands of students at risk of losing their permit, it's more important than ever to stay informed and plan carefully. So if you are thinking about studying in Canada, make sure that you fully understand these new rules before making any decision.